No. No, where are you going? Come here.
Her neck.
No.
You don't see her,
No,
you don't want to see a big girl fall on their neck. Give my life to God. I'm tired of being this up. Let me stop, man.
A family tragedy. Police say that this man, who is now in custody, shot and killed the mother of his two kids in front of them.
This is the story of Jessica Singleton, a 25-year-old mom of four who was in a relationship with 28-year-old Derek Bargman Williams, her longtime boyfriend and father of her children. The two were childhood sweethearts, but eventually, the relationship deteriorated and Derek, who was banned from the home after striking Jessica, would return to the home, get into an argument with her, and shoot her several times in front of their children. This brutal crime would shock the community and devastate Jessica's loved ones. How did this loving relationship turn into this brutal murder? Welcome to Viral Crimes. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more stories. This story takes us to Miramar, Florida. Miramar sits right in between Miami and Fort Lauderdale, with a quiet family-friendly vibe with all the perks of city life not too far away. Jessica Singleton, a resident of Miramar, was a devoted mom, beloved daughter, sister, and friend to many. Jessica had a laugh that could light up a room and a deep love for her family that was evident to all who knew her. But perhaps the most important part of Jessica's life were her children. They were her everything, and she poured her heart and soul into raising them. Jessica was in a relationship with 28-year-old Derek Bargman Williams, who was her baby's father. Jessica and Derek shared a bond that went beyond mere partnership. They were not only lovers, but also best friends and devoted parents to their children.
Yeah, you know. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Their relationship, which spanned many years, was marked by a deep and evident love that was clear to anyone who knew them.
Come here. Why are you looking at me like that?
They shared a fondness for laughter and light-hearted teasing, creating an atmosphere of joy in their home, filled with fun and playful moments.
This is what we doing in 2019, man. All 2019, man. Straight bad,
Ow!
This is what we doing. All 2019.
That hurt! Ow!
We ended it.
Over time, Jessica and Derek's relationship took a disappointing turn. The harmony they once enjoyed gave way to frequent arguments, and Derek's behavior escalated to the point of violence towards Jessica. The once loving man that she fell in love with became aggressive, violent, and angry towards her. During a particularly distressing incident, Derek violently assaulted Jessica. After the assault, she made the courageous decision to seek help from the authorities. Following this, the authorities intervened and mandated Derek to vacate their shared home, thereby prohibiting him from returning to the residence where Jessica was living with their children. This action was taken to ensure Jessica's safety and to protect the well-being of their children in the wake of such turmoil. But unfortunately, this did not keep the two apart as intended. Despite the legal measures put in place to keep Derek away from Jessica and their children, these precautions tragically failed to keep them apart. Derek, defying the orders, returned to the home where Jessica resided with their children. This violation led to an encounter between the two, and as tensions escalated, they found themselves embroiled in yet another argument. The exact circumstances of how Jessica and Derek reconnected remain unclear. It is uncertain whether Jessica willingly allowed Derek back into the home or if he arrived unannounced, but what followed was a night filled with contention. The two argued through the night, their voices carrying into the early morning hours. The prolonged nature of their dispute suggests deep-seated issues that tragically were not resolved peacefully. This extended altercation ultimately led to a tragic event that would forever change the lives of everyone involved. The argument started indoors but soon escalated, with things getting physical. Eventually, it got so intense that they ended up outside their home, still yelling at each other. In a shocking turn of events, Derek pulled out a gun and shot Jessica in the chest. The brutality didn't stop there. He allegedly kept firing at her, hitting her in the torso and back as she tried to escape from the gunfire. Adding to the tragedy, the children witnessed the crime. The shooting happened right in front of them, with their 4-year-old and 1-year-old watching in horror. Miramar police received calls about a domestic situation at a home along DeSoto Drive. At around 8:20 a.m., first responders discovered Jessica lying on her side next to a car outside of her home. She was immediately rushed to Memorial Regional Hospital, but sadly, despite the efforts to save her, she couldn't be revived and was declared dead. A child specialist spoke to the children, and one of the children bravely told the police officer what happened, saying, "Daddy did it to mommy, and mommy is dead." After the crime, Derek attempted to flee the scene on foot. The police set up a large perimeter around the neighborhood. They wanted to make sure he couldn't hurt anyone else. The Pembroke Pines police worked hard, searching everywhere to find him. A police K-9 unit eventually located Derek hiding in some bushes several blocks away in the neighborhood, and he was bitten by a canine before being taken into custody. The police used video from a Ring camera to help them track him down. The footage showed a man who they believed was Derek running away, with a little boy chasing after him, calling out, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy." It was a sad and chaotic scene, with the child desperately trying to reach his father, unaware of the danger he might be in. Neighbors couldn't believe what had happened when they heard about the shooting. They were shocked and surprised by the news of such a violent incident occurring in their neighborhood. "I'm thankful they did apprehend the suspect for the safety of our neighborhood, but it's very tragic. Very, very tragic." In his interview with the police, Derek first denied any role in the shooting. However, as the interrogation continued, he ultimately admitted to being the person seen fleeing from the scene in the Ring video. Derek was charged with second-degree murder and is being held without bond.
2 children, ages 4 and 1, witnessed their mother get shot multiple times in the chest. Police say the person that pulled the trigger is their own father. He is now behind bars. Police with guns drawn, SWAT teams on scene, canines deployed, searching for a suspect following a brutal, fatal shooting. Police arresting 28-year-old Derek Feliciano Bargman Williams and say that he killed the mother of his 3 children, 25-year-old Jessica Frankel Singleton. Shots rang out shortly before 8:30 this morning, rocking this quiet Miramar neighborhood along the 2300 block of DeSoto Drive. According to an arrest form, Bargman Williams allegedly told police that he was arguing with Singleton throughout the night and into the morning. Their altercation became physical and carried over outside. That's when police say Bargman Williams shot Singleton multiple times in front of their 2 small children, both under the age of 5. The arrest form goes on to say that one of the 2 kids found on scene said to officers, quote, "Daddy did it to mommy and mommy is dead." Maria Mendoza saw the children outside following the shooting.
I just saw they took the kid. We saw taking the kids. One of them didn't have no clothes, and that's why I run inside, got some blankets, and took it to where they were going with the cops.
Singleton was rushed to Memorial Regional Hospital, where she sadly died from her injuries.
The kids now, they don't have a father, they don't have a mother, so that's what it hurts more.
Just so sad, and DCF will determine where the children will be placed. They weren't physically harmed when shots rang out, but emotionally we know that is a totally different story. Following the shooting, their father, police say, did take off, was found blocks away. A gun was found in his backpack. He is now facing a murder charge.
The Department of Children and Families made sure the kids were safe by putting them in their grandma's care. This case is ongoing. What happened to Jessica Singleton should have never happened. What began as a simple argument escalated into a brutal act of violence, leaving Jessica dead and her children orphaned, robbing them of the love and care they deserve. It's heart-wrenching to imagine the pain and confusion those children must have felt witnessing such a traumatic event at such a young age. The loss of their mother will undoubtedly leave a lasting scar on their lives. Jessica's final post on Facebook, just 3 months before her murder, read, "If I pass away unexpectedly, remind my kids every time you see them how much I love them and how I would do anything in this world for them. This is all I want." The perpetrator, Derek, had a history of violence against Jessica and was even legally barred from being near her or their home. Yet, he managed to breach these restrictions, resulting in a tragic outcome that defies comprehension. As the investigation unfolds, questions arise about the efficacy of protective measures and the justice system's ability to prevent such heinous crimes. The story of Jessica Singleton represents the ongoing battle against domestic violence and the urgent need for stronger safeguards to protect the vulnerable. My condolences to Jessica's friends and family. May you continue to heal and one day find peace. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.